Any advice or like
for an upcoming fighter?
Yeah.
Just you got to commit your whole life to it, you know. You got to make the sacrifices daily, you know.
Yeah.
Don't just be a fighter, you know, for a couple months at a time. Be a fighter year round, you know.
Yeah.
I gave my whole life to it. I made a lot of sacrifices to get there. Train twice a day. You know, I knew I had to level up and I had to get ahead of the curve, and there was only one way I was going to do it. I was going to have to put in more work, you know.
Yeah.
Guys are out partying on the weekends. I was in the gym, staying dedicated. So
It's just some advice from
choose love it. It's your passion, bro.
Yeah, it is, man.
You'll find a way.
It is.
You'll find a way. You put in the extra workouts. You'll do whatever it takes. You work on the boxing, you work on the wrestling, you work on the jiu-jitsu, and you'll find a way. That's what my coach at Iowa used to always tell me in wrestling. You find a way. Even if, you know, maybe it's not the conventional way, find a way around. Find a shortcut. Find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Just believe in yourself. Never stop believing, my brother.
Thanks, man.
Hello. It's intriguing watching an individual, a mouthy trash talker in this particular case, break his stick only to reveal a completely different character. He's being a very nice guy here, isn't that interesting? What's going on here though? Why? I'd like to share with you an analogy. Imagine a Greek servant. Would you have that Greek servant continue his service? Is it moral for him to be working in such a place? Or would you condemn him to starvation? Now, another way to look at this, imagine a mother working 2 jobs, she can still barely, if at all, pay rent, she's perhaps behind, and a son who, in a lower economic environment, can't really find work himself, and even if he can, it's still not enough. He's going to be pushed into a very dark world, isn't he? It's going to be much easier just jumping onto that dark world, and boom, all of a sudden, his mother doesn't have to suffer nearly as much. That's horrible to think about, isn't it? Yet, it's a reality even today. The thought experiment where you have 2 train tracks, you have to save 3 people on one track or 1 on the other. If you don't choose, if you just walk away, another train will come by and take the other one out. But if you choose one side, only that side will get taken out. What will you have? All of them perish, or knowing you had to take 1 in order to save 3? What would you choose? That's kind of reality, isn't it? You can never not step on everyone's toes. You should try your best not to, but the reality is, sometimes you just don't have a choice. And in that sense, I don't agree with what Colby Covington has said. Some of the things he said were pretty horrific, but at the same time, imagine working your entire life for a specific craft. You've put your entire soul into it. You don't know anything else. You aren't anything else. All you have is this. Imagine spending your whole life doing that. Then all of a sudden, as you progress through this path, you're told, not interesting enough. In a very competitive, ruthless environment, so many other very valuable candidates. At that point in time, because you're just missing that one little X factor, from there, will you choose to find a way? Or will you perish? Will all the hard work that you put forward just perish? What will you choose? In that sense, you realize it just is what it is. He did what he had to do. And do I like it? Of course not. And the worst part about all of this is, by hijacking a human being's negativity bias to get more attention, what are you showing the whole world? What happens when we see this? The worst part about all of this is that young men and women, they see this and they start to disregard the hard work put in. The hard work a lot of these inflammatory, polarizing characters put in, and they just focus on the polarizing. They focus on the magic pill, the quick fix. And the result of that is inevitable deterioration, because you have less skilled, responsible, diligent, effective individuals who can solve problems, contributing to the world at large. Instead, you just have a bunch of polarizing people looking for a quick fix. You have someone open up an OnlyFans instead of nurturing their aptitude to become a doctor. Someone who spends their life being negative and toxic, where they could have had a skill for something else. The inevitable result of a world, a society, an attention economy that rewards polarization is one that also deteriorates the overall level of problem-solving ability possessed by the individuals of that world, because they no longer value that. This guy gave up everything for what he was doing. It wasn't easy for him at all. There is no escaping the degree of evil we all need. But the aim should always be to work towards the common good. The long-term endeavor should be good, to the best of our ability. That is all any of us can really do, isn't it? Because if it becomes all evil, what happens? Collapse is inevitable. Destruction is inevitable. That is the inevitability of long-term evil. It does not last. The only thing that lasts is integrity. Working towards the common good. Working towards a good as much as you can to the best of your ability. With even then, a spark of darkness still existing with that all the same. It's unescapable. It's just the nature of reality. But that's just it. I cannot judge Colby Covington. He did what he had to do. I know there are plenty of people who didn't like him even before he put on the shtick, but also plenty of people who said he was a nice guy. His teammates didn't know where this came from. He had to find a way. I can acknowledge that. It is what it is. Every saint was once a sinner. The tree that reaches heaven has its roots all the way down to hell. There are no beautiful surfaces without terrible depths. All I implore for you is try your best to find your own light. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.